to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. A Cobb County school bus driver is behind bars tonight after allegedly entering a 10-year-old student's home without permission. Cassie C says earlier this week a man walked into her home and closed the door behind him. She had no idea who he was. Eventually, he told her he was her daughter's bus driver. When C started asking more questions, she says he ran out of the apartment. Every sick, twisted thought you can think of has gone through my head. Like, who is this man? Why was he here? Did he expect to find my daughter? C said, who just walks into somebody's house and shuts the door behind them. I've never met this man in my entire life. He's only been the bus driver for about 2 months. According to an arrest warrant from the Cobb County Sheriff's Office, Dajanini Raidu is charged with first-degree burglary and loitering after entering the home uninvited. The warrant also states this may have been the third time Raidu has been to the residence in the last month. Everything is very strange and unusual and very creepy. This man is picking up our children, C said. C says the bus driver was wearing gloves and a military kilt when he showed up at their home. The concerned mother is now warning other parents about what happened and asking the school district for answers on this man's background. You know the bus route, but you don't know who is taking home your kids. And that's what's even scarier. So if anything comes about this, it's like we need to know who's taking home our children. I know my kids never getting on a bus, like no way, C said. All right, this is one of the reasons that I've stated time and time again, like, hey, if I happen to, talk about black women, women of, the races, whatever, y'all can listen to it and, take what it is that I'm saying, and y'all can do what you do, right? When it deals with, protecting, going out here and, getting your license to carry and learning self-defense and different things of that nature. I'm just trying to figure out, how did this dude just like bust into your house? Like, nobody locks doors anymore. Like, are we in Canada? Like what neighborhood is this in? Like, that seems a little bit crazy. And then how it is that he just knew that he can just like open the door and just like roll up in there, and he's just looking for the student as if he the father. Like, he just knew, like what, like something is not making sense. Like, something is like, it's not making sense. Like, no doors at all just were like locked anywhere. Like, people don't have like no type of like dogs, no type of like warning system or nothing. Like, that's crazy. That dude could have just did anything that he wanted to sit up there and do. And then on top of that, let me explain this to y'all. The dude came in, she said that the dude came in there with the military kilt. Military kilt, which means the dude wasn't wearing no pants. Understand what I'm saying? So it's like you don't know what's happening. She said the dude had on gloves and a military kilt, and that dude is the bus driver. Why are you a bus driver and you're wearing a kilt? I'm sorry. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. The wind can sit up there and blow. Like I said, when the people of that culture basically do it, what is it, Scottish, Irish, whatever it is, any one of those cultures, when they sit up there and do it, they have a weighted pack directly on the front, so even if the wind blows, it ain't blowing everything, right? Over here in America, you don't got people wearing that. You don't got people doing all of that. And already as it is, you got some people that like to fly commando anyway. So again, why are you a bus driver and you're wearing a kilt? Like, we need, if we're going to have a way that people are supposed to dress on the job, I need bus drivers to be, dressed in a certain type of way and not just, coming in anything. Because that's literally anything. You shouldn't be, I'm sorry. I Me as a guy, there is no way that you should be around any type of kids and you're not like fully clothed. Like, what's like I'm really trying to wrap my mind around this because I'm highly confused. A lot of this stuff just ain't making sense to me. I'm like, why is it that this dude was specifically looking for this one student? Like, does he do this for any of the other students? I'm just a little I'm just trying to figure out. I'm trying to process. I'm really as I'm doing this video, I kid you not, I'm really trying to process this whole thing because to me it's just not making sense. This was a situation that could have went horribly wrong. And it's a great thing that the mother was there. It's a great thing that the daughter was not present when that dude decided to come directly. Like I said, you don't know what could have potentially happened. I've done enough stories here where we can pretty much all assume the worst. And the guy is not, really going to be, in jail or anything for that long because they said he was charged with first degree burglary and loitering after entering a home uninvited. The warrant also states that this may have been the third time the bus driver has been to the residence in the last month. So it's like this is a little bit confusing. Like, is this a normalcy? Is this a normal thing that normally takes place, or like what's happening? This is all I'm saying. I just need women to take safety a lot more serious, especially if you're going to, if you are a single mother or if you opt to be a single mother, and of course you're living by yourself with no guy in sight. Y'all got to start doing your due diligence. There's no other way to sit up there and put that because again, this is an example of something that could have went horribly, horribly, horribly wrong. If this dude 100% was about that life and he meant 1,000% harm, we would be talking about a vastly different story. So again, I hope that the women that are out here that happen to peruse the videos and listen to my videos every now and again, I hope y'all actually listen and paying attention. Because, like I said before, there are guys out here that actually mean you harm. That mean your family harm. And if you are in these situations, it is up to you to defend yourself from any immediate threat. You're not dependent on no man because, either you opted to or you just don't have a guy that's directly in your life. So it's you and that child. You are the king of that castle. You have to sit up there and protect everything. You have to protect your castle. Like I said, there was no Superman to come there when that dude just came that barged directly into, that residence. And again, the police said that was his third time in like 1 month coming directly to that residence, which don't even make any sense. He's coming there as if he really knows somebody. And the other thing that needs to take place is that they need a either a psychologist or somebody that child needs to in a healthy environment, one that the child does not feel as though they're really getting interrogated or they feel like something is really wrong. That child, there needs to be a lot of questions asked to try to get to the root to see if there is anything there, anything persistent, anything that has been potentially going on. Because the way that that dude came into the house and the way that he was specifically looking for that child, there is something up and there is something wrong there. I'm not sure if people are paying attention to that, but that is not normal. That 1,000% is not normal. And that dude shouldn't even be a bus driver at all anymore. License revoked. Should not be doing that at all. Like I said, there's too many relaxed, type of rules directly out here for criminals. It's like we're living at a point in time where criminals have more rights than a homeowner does in their own home, and that's crazy. The laws protect the criminals a lot more when they happen to break in and enter your house versus you trying to defend it. And it's like I feel like I'm the only one that's going crazy here trying to figure out how did we get here. It's like everybody just treating this like it's normal, and these things are just happening. It's like it doesn't make any type of sense. It really doesn't. Like I said, I'm completely just baffled all over the place on this whole story. But again, more importantly, people, the adults there, need to start checking in on that child mentally and physically to make sure that everything is safe and sound, and to make sure that this dude ain't potentially been trying to talk to, you know, the child in like a certain type of way to lead them into something, to try to coerce them into something. So, like I said, everything is, about the child at the end of the day. And all the adults there need to make sure to protect that child.